Hello comrades, this is General Luigi, and welcome to Let's Play Pokémon Colosseum. So, as you may recall, we were instructed to bring some data to Net in the Under. So here we are in the Under. And I also did a fair amount of grinding. Everyone is now at level 50. And admittedly, the final boss is pretty high level, so we might have a little trouble against him, but hey, kind of appropriate considering that he's the final boss. Hi there.
Hey, Short, did you meet up with that Silva guy? He was saying something about going to check out Railgum Tower.
I have no idea if that's how it's supposed to be pronounced, but that's how I've always pronounced it.
But where is this Railgum Tower anyway?
Oh, I'll find it. I mean, it's a friggin' tower. It's gotta be kind of hard to miss. I don't remember the voices I gave everyone. Net, right?
Oh, Shortik! How'd it go? Did you find any data?
Yep.
Oh, now this looks interesting. Let's scope it out right away. Oh, hey! This data realm appears to contain a list of shadow Pokemon that have been made so far. Oh, but no! It looks like they've wiped the data. Short, please leave this with me. I'll somehow try retrieving information from this data ROM, even if it means going over it little by little. Short, as soon as I discover anything, I'll email your P-Star DA.
Alright, thank you, Net. Now then, let us be off. It's time to locate this Railgum Tower. Shouldn't be too hard to getting back to the surface is a simple task. Right! Disc. F-disc, here we are. Don't recall if I ever showed you this route, but yeah, you can head to the surface through this elevator in the Colosseum. Were you here before? We finally finished work on that gigantic tower. But whew, did it take a long time to build or what? I don't know when was the last time I went back home. You go on up there and see it for yourselves. It's clean and shiny. It's what I call gorgeous. Very tall structures in the middle of the desert. Sounds like a certain Middle Eastern country. Okay, so yes, remember the construction site? Well, this is Railgum Tower. And yes, it is Cypher's base. This is the final dungeon, essentially.
Hello, welcome to Railgum Tower. Today is our opening day. We've been expecting you. Now please, do go in.
Oh boy, they've been expecting us. Well, that sounds nice. Alright, so we go across several magnetic lifts. Well, lifts. Magnetic trains, I suppose you could say. Whatever. There are a bunch of little pods connected. And hey, it's Dakim! I have forgotten what voice I gave you.
Treacherous! You didn't really think that a worm like you could win?
Your luck ran out when you showed up before me. Your stab at adventure's gone on long enough.
Why do I get the feeling I gave him a voice that heavily contradicted his appearance when I faced him last time? But yes, we get to fight all 4 of the Cypher admins again, and their Pokemon are a lot tougher now. Not to mention they've replaced a few of them. And if you failed to catch their Shadow Pokemon last time, this will give you a chance to catch them again. But we don't have to worry about that, since we already caught Entei. Alright, let's use Reflect. And Flygon? How about you hit Claydol with a nice Solar Beam? Oh boy. I'm just going to make an educated guess and assume that Claydol is going to use Earthquake. Yep! I see Dakim's strategy hasn't changed. Alright, well, let's use Psychic on Fortress. It won't do a lot of damage, but it'll still hurt. Yeah, we are pretty overleveled for the admins, but the opponents are gonna get tougher, don't you worry. And yes, I taught Flygon Solar Beam. And some of you might be wondering, where the heck did I get a Flygon? Well, it evolved from that Vibrava I caught at the Shadow Pokemon Lab. I've changed up my team a little too. Sorry if you were fond of Furret or Altaria, but they've been replaced. Let's see. Another Psychic against Fortress. We'll use Crunch on Claydol this time. Should be enough to finish the job, considering that it's part Psychic. So, who are you gonna send out next? Whiscash. Water and Ground. We're gonna see more Earthquakes, I'm assuming. Oh, you've got a Flygon too, huh? Well now, this'll be interesting. Yeah, right. Psychic, Dragon Breath, that should take her out pretty quickly. It appears we'll be able to avert an Earthquake by doing so. Whiscash wouldn't be using Protect if it weren't for an imminent Earthquake. Oh. Just barely withstood that Psychic, huh? And now we get to see who Dakim would have instead of Entei, correct? Yeah, Houndoom. Alright, that's what I thought. If you caught the Shadow Pokemon, they'll have a different Pokemon in its place. Alright, so Psychic is going to be of no use against Houndoom, since he is part Dark. So let's go ahead and take out Whiscash. Yeah, Psychic and Dragon Breath, that should do the job. See how much of a difference higher levels can make. I'll admit, I do not like having to grind in order to stand a chance, but at the same time, it is kind of to be expected in an RPG. Okay, so yes, that's the other Pokemon I introduced to my team, Raikou. I don't usually enjoy using legendary Pokemon. They're kind of game breakers, but I need an electric Pokemon, and I didn't have much faith in Flaffy's ability to rise to the challenge. Wait, Flaffy evolved into Ampharos, right? Shows how much I think about that Pokemon, huh? Don't even remember whether or not it evolved, or even what gender it is. My team was always having trouble with water Pokemon, so having an electric Pokemon will go a long way towards correcting that weakness. Oh, right. Sunny Day was used. That is going to weaken Bubble Beam. Really need to pay more attention to these kinds of things. It would also explain why that Fire Blast did so much damage against Espeon. Okay, so another Bubble Beam, another Dragon Breath. That'll take Houndoom out. Yes, I think I mentioned this, but one side effect of Sunny Day is that Solar Beam doesn't have to charge up if the sunlight is bright.
Gah! Why'd I lose to this punk? In all the time I've been battling, my only losses came at the hands of Master Nascar and you. Now take this. It's your passport to terror and despair.
Yes, the Gurn ID badge. Excuse me.
If you're thinking of turning back, now's the time to do it. Go on home to mommy.
That was a very weird walk. Alright, and as you may have figured out, we have to fight all 4 of the Cypher admins. I think I already mentioned that. In order to get to the next section of the tower. Middling off the top of my head, I don't recall the exact layout. I'm pretty sure there's a healing machine up ahead, though. So let's go ahead and go over there. Yes. Alright. Yes, I will go ahead and restore my Pokémon to full health. Hello there. Oh, having trouble, are we? Perhaps you're lost in the expanse of this building? No, not really. Ah, that is good to hear. Go with care. What are you doing here, by the way? Were you invited to see me crush Cypher? Oh, yes. Turn your back on the enemy. That's so fundamentally wrong. I would say amateurish, even. Yep. I certainly remember that. So, needless to say, we're going to crush this guy. I mean, his Pokemon aren't even at level 40. Not to mention, they're both weak against psychic attacks. Unless we've got a Shadow Pokemon, you're not going to... Well, you know what? I'll go ahead and show you this battle. I mean, it's not going to be anything incredible, but... Sometimes it can be nice to see just how much my team has improved. And what better way to do that than a good old Curb Stomp battle? It's a Viper. I don't think that's a Shadow Pokemon, but maybe I'm wrong. Okay, not a Shadow Pokemon. Psychic. Dragon Breath. That'll be the end of it. Sorry, it just... Awkward silence right there. By the way, sorry if there's any creaking making it into the audio. My headset's kind of, well, creaky. Hopefully I won't be using this thing in my Awakening LP. Well, I already know I won't be using it for most of that LP. Alright, so we can just... Actually, let's head back. There was one other route that we have yet to follow. It's a dead end, but if memory serves, it leads to an old friend of ours. Yep. Foo ho ho ho.
You've kept me hanging around, Shurick. You ruined things in Pyrite for us. But, you know, we're not about to lose over and over to you. This time I'll win. And I mean it this time. Let the music play! Oh, never mind that. We'll battle right away. So, 3 guesses how this battle's going to end. Yep, he's still got a Ludicolo. I think he has 2 of them still on his team, but we'll see soon enough. So, how to approach this? Well, let's start by throwing a Reflect out. And, might have done well to put Typhlosion in the team. Well, to put Typhlosion up front. That way we could have just used Sunny Day and then Solar Beam and blasted Golduck out of the battle in an instant. Yeah, well. We'll just charge up a Solar Beam, hit on the next turn. Oh, wait. I think I know what he's gonna do. Oh, frick. Way to withstand it, Flygon. I knew it. Rain Dance weakens Solar Beam, so we're probably not going to be able to take Golduck out. Alright. I'm gonna switch to Typhlosion. Don't like to do this, but we need to do something about that rain. Yeah, see? Didn't do nearly as much damage. And down goes Flygon. Really should have seen this coming. However, now that Typhlosion's out, we can use Sunny Day. And thinking about it... let's use that Rainstorm against them. Okay, so we're going to see Ludicolo use Dive. Who's faster? I want to see which one of them... okay, Raikou will hit first. So. I'm going to use Sunny Day and Thunder. Thunder will hit first, so that'll take Golduck out. Then we can use Sunny Day. Ha! That's not gonna do anything. Thunder will take Golduck out in one hit. I would be quite surprised if it didn't. Heh. And now we use Sunny Day to counteract the rain. That will reduce Thunder's accuracy, but oh well. We have Spark for that very reason. And the Sunlight will also weaken Ludicolo's Dive. And also boost Typhlosion's Flame Wheel. So let's go ahead and take out Ludicolo. Spark, Flame Wheel, that should do the trick. Never know for certain, though. Ooh, paralysis. Nice. And down goes Ludicolo. Excuse me. Just in time for another Ludicolo to come out. Well, let's go ahead and crush this one, too. I don't think of it. Shouldn't Loudred have evolved by this point? I mean, I think Loudred evolves at, what was it, level 40? Eh. Well, you'll see the level on screen, if I'm wrong. Alright, another Flame Wheel. Another Spark. And down goes Ludicolo.
And there's his alternative to Pseudo-Wudo. Now let's do something about that Loud Red. Earthquake might be doing friendly fire, but it's still a pain in the neck to deal with. Especially now that Reflect has worn off. So, Flame Wheel, Spark. And there we go. Now let's see what kind of tricks Armaldo has up its sleeve. Rock Slide. That's gonna hurt. Way to withstand a Typhlosion. 1 hit point left. Alright, Armaldo is Bug and Rock, so Flame Wheel will do moderate damage. And Spark will do the same. So that should be the end of this battle. Yeah, there's no way Armaldo will withstand Typhlosion's Flame Wheel. Unless it's holding onto a Focus Sash or something. Nope!
I'm an awesome dancer, but I can't win in battles!
Well, maybe you should consider just dancing then.
This just won't do. But I'll admit you've beaten me thoroughly. Okay, since I'm done, I'll give you this. Here!
Okay. So now we've got 2 ID badges.
Think of it as a little gift from our great leader, Nascour. Don't leave without it, because you'll get nowhere. But, you know, maybe it'd be for your own good if you didn't go on.
Yeah, I don't think so. I'm not about to back down just because this is Cypher's base of operations. But this episode's gone on long enough. So I'm gonna go ahead and heal, and I will see you next time.